Today, we're going to be taking a look at one of my most requested topics, and Red Stab Stacker's finally going to get his wish, and we're going to be talking about mining stocks. Before we get into today's video, I gotta tell you, I am not a financial advisor. I am merely a kitchen designer who is enthusiastic about making money. And we're going to be talking about how to make some more money in a very, very non-traditional way for us stackers, and that is going to be mining stocks. Welcome back to the Independent Experience, guys. I'm IndyXP Bullion, and this is your morning market wake-up call for Thursday. What is this? February 25th, 2021. Let's go ahead and take a look at the markets and see where we're starting today off at. Gold is down, back under $1,800 again, currently at $1795.80. Silver is still over 28 at $28.07. That gives us a ratio of 63.98. Platinum is down slightly, currently at $1271.58. Palladium is up significantly from yesterday's video, currently at $2465.07, and rhodium is up $1,000 at $24,000. In the base metals market, copper is up, currently at $4.19. Nickel is steady at $8.88. Aluminum steady at 98 cents. Zinc is at $1.28, and lead is down a penny at 95 cents. Barrels of crude oil continue to climb, currently at $63.53 a barrel. On Wall Street, we had positive gains across the board. The Dow Jones was up 424 points at 31,961.86. The NASDAQ was up 132 points at 13,597.97. And the S&P 500 was up 44 points at 39,25.43. The U.S. dollar index is down significantly, back under 90, currently at 89.75. If you guys trade in Bitcoin, that market is trying to recover ever so slightly, currently at $50,433.42. And if you happen to exchange a gold back today, those are exchanging for $3.19. So yesterday morning, when I was preparing for yesterday's video, I was reading some articles over at Kitco News, and I found this article and I got excited about it, and I did some background research on it. I'm like, yeah, we got to do a video on this one, guys. We got to do this one. So I saved it for this morning. We had some time to really dive into it. This is going to be a little bit longer video. We're going to talk about the article first. This comes to us from Michael McCrae over at Kitco News. It is titled, "Nevada is #1 in mining investment attractiveness." So we're going to find out what that means. Expect to see a lot of juniors and miners touting operations in Nevada and Arizona. The Fraser Institute released its annual Mining Investment Attractiveness Index yesterday. That was probably on Tuesday. This article came out yesterday. So, based on the attractiveness index, investment attractiveness index methodology, the Fraser Institute said that Nevada was #1. It moved up from third place in 2019. Arizona, which ranked 9th in 2019, moved into second place this year. Saskatchewan climbed 8 spots from 11th in 2019 to 3rd in 2020. Western Australia was ranked 4th this year after topping the rankings last year, and Alaska dropped a spot from 4th to 5th. Rounding out the top 5 are Quebec, South Australia, Newfoundland and Labrador, Idaho, and Finland. At the bottom of the list were a handful of Latin American and African nations and one U.S. state. Quote, "When considering both policy and mineral potential in an investment attractiveness index, Venezuela ranks the lowest." Followed by Chubut in Argentina and Tanzania. Also in the bottom 10, beginning with the worst, are Indonesia, La Roa, Argentina, Bolivia, Mendoza, Argentina, Zimbabwe, Spain, and Michigan. wrote the authors of the study. The Fraser Institute said that the survey is an attempt to assess how mineral endowments and public policy factors such as taxation and regulatory uncertainty affect exploration investment. The survey was circulated electronically to approximately 2,200 individuals between August 6th and November 6th, 2020. So, Nevada's number 1, Arizona's number 2. I thought that would be a very good segue into trying to find some mining stocks associated with these areas that are the best places to mine, according to the Fraser Institute. So we're going to take a look at those. I'm going to swing the camera around. I apologize. This camera work is probably not going to be the best, but there's going to be a lot of great information here. So let's get into it, guys. I'm going to go ahead and swing you guys around here. Make sure we got you guys set up real good here. All right, so I pulled up the Wikipedia page for, there's actually a Wikipedia page for the list of active gold mines in Nevada. So we can see here that most of the mining operations in Nevada are located in the north central and northeastern part of, I'm going to grab a pen here so I can point at my screen. So most of it's all up here, looks like. I'm not going to read all these off, but we are going to scroll down the list here. This says that the mining industry in Nevada produced $8.1 billion for the state economy. And of that, $7.1 billion was gold and silver. So it's a lot going on there. Nevada accounts for 76% of the gold produced in the United States and 4.4% of it produced worldwide. I didn't realize that there was that much gold coming out of Nevada, so that's interesting. There's a picture here of a gold mine in Humboldt County. This is the Twin Creeks mine, which would be located, let's see, Twin Creeks mine is right here on the map. So it's about as far north into Nevada as you can get. This list here lists out the large active mines. So if we scroll through this list, it's a pretty sizable list. But there's a few that really set out here. This one's this is the Carlin operations that's owned by Barrick and Newmont. They are producing 880 ounces of gold per year. The Cortez mine, also owned by Barrick and Newmont, 943,000 ounces. Gold Strike mine, owned by Barrick and Newmont, is 824,000. But you have some smaller mines here. Hecla owns the Aurora mine. It's almost 4,200 ounces. The Borealis mine, owned by Griffin, is 605 ounces, which doesn't sound like a lot, but how many of you guys actually have 605 ounces of gold? Let me know down in the comments below. I'm just kidding. If you own that many ounces, you're probably not hanging out with me on YouTube. But yeah, there's a lot of nice mines here, as you can see down the list. So I thought we would go ahead and take a look at some of these mining companies and see if there's some bargains to be had. Again, I want to reiterate that I am not a financial advisor. This is for entertainment purposes. Please do your own research when looking at these stocks. So number one, I want to pull up Barrick Mining. Obviously, they own and operate the largest mines in Nevada. Of course, Barrick is a company we've talked about quite a bit here on this channel because it was the company that Warren Buffett decided to invest in when he said he was never going to invest in gold, and then got into Barrick. It was a little bit of a misunderstanding. Everybody thought, oh, he invested in gold. Well, he invested in gold. G-O-L-D is the ticker symbol on the New York Stock Exchange for Barrick Gold Corporation. So I've got up the 3-year chart for Barrick. Currently, it closed yesterday at $20.10 a share. It is a pre-market. It's down 14 cents. It's not much, less than 1%. But over the last 3 years, you can see it has been performing quite well. You know, you got to kind of, never mind this guy here. This was a bad time to be in the market. But so this is the big boy here. If you guys aren't familiar, this is TD Ameritrade's trading platform. There's a ton of information here. I'll be real honest, I don't know what half of this information is, but there's a lot of things you can look at here. You know, you got your 10-day volume here. They had 22 million shares averaged on the last 10 days of trading. This is your 52-week low or 52-week range, so it shows you what your low is in the last 52 weeks and the high. So right now we are below the halfway point on the average range. And then you can see what their market cap is, the outstanding shares they have available. They've got a lot of shares, 1.8 billion available. They do have an annual dividend that they pay out. It's 36 cents a share. That's pretty cool. They have a dividend pay date coming up here, it looks like. And yeah, so that is Barrick. This is just obviously one of the larger ones we're going to look at. Another one I want to look at is Kinross, and Kinross we've talked about on this channel as well last year. This was a good stock for us last year on the channel. We were buying it right in this area, right about here. This was about the area we were buying, so we were able to get this swing up here. You know, they trade about as much as Barrick does. They've got 19.1 million shares traded on average. They are right in the middle of their range for the last year. But as you can see, for the last year, they have been banging. This last year here, we can change this over to the 1 year, and you can see where that's at. Currently, this one is trading for $6.81. So let's take a look at a few of the other ones on this chart. These are going to be smaller stocks. Actually, you can afford to get into. These are all stocks that should be fairly affordable. SSR Mining, if we switch back over here, SSR holds the Marigold mine. That is, let's see, 14 miles northwest of Battle Mountain. Okay. They had 220,000 ounces of gold in 2019 coming out of their mine. So pretty significant mine there. They're currently at 1556 in 1 year. They are down, so there's some gains to be made there. But as you can see, they did have a big drop off in the sell off, but they have recovered some. Looks like they're falling back down some, but their 52-week low is $9, so we are significantly above that. But some of these smaller ones I really want you to look at. So we've got the McEwen mine. This one's trading at $1.20 in pre-market. It gets some love because it trades 8.8 million shares on average the last 10 days. It is a little bit above its 52-week median, but it can be gotten awful cheap. This is the 3-year outlook for them over the last year. You can see it's been a little bit of an up and down, but it has remained actually fairly steady. You can see here it was trading at just under $1 a year ago. Now we're at $1.20, but it was trading as high as $1.40. Let's take a look at Sprout. Sprott is $36.40. I like this one. This one's doesn't trade often. It's only 118,000 shares per day average, but it is near its yearly high. It's 52-week high. This is the 3-year report on this. So you can see at one point it was trading upwards of $43 a share. Currently, it is trading at $36.40 a share. Argonaut was another one I like. This one is $1.83 currently. Trades 191 right now, shares per day on average over the last 10 days. Over the last 3 years, this has made a significant improvement. So if we look at the 1 year, this was down well under $1, probably in the 80 cent range. Now it's at $1.83, so it's gained $1 in the last year. Actually, well, here you go. It's 53 cents was its low on that range, and its high was 263. I do like this one. This one's a good one. I like this one. And Griffin, Scorpio. Let's take a Scorpio. Scorpio I really liked. So this one is a good one to get into, I think. So Scorpio, let's look them up on the list here. So they own the Mineral Range mine. They had 3,863 ounces of gold in 2019. And they're currently trading at 11.5 cents. So over the last year, they are up quite a bit. As you can see, their 52-week range was a low of 3.2 cents and a high of 16.55. So they are trading above the median there. They don't trade a lot, but when you get into these smaller stocks and over-the-counter stocks, they're not going to trade as often, obviously. This would be a good one to get into if you're looking to get a lot of exposure into a mine. The one I really wanted to show you guys, though, is Griffin. Now, Griffin is $1 or is 1.38 cents. So it is significantly down from where it was. As you can see in its 52-week range, at a low of 0.12 cents with a high of 4.99 cents. This is its outlook over the last this is the last year. It does fluctuate, but over the last 6 months or so, it's been pretty steady. Not a lot of movement there. It got as high as almost 2 cents a share. Now, why do we look at these stocks? Because you can pick up a lot of these stocks, and it seems like, well, if I pick up 1,000 shares of this stock, that's $13. So, not a lot. It's not going to cost you a lot to get into this. This has a market cap or outstanding shares of 194 million shares. So there's a lot of shares you can pick up here, and small movements in this can account for a big payday. This is its 3-year outlook. It's up over the last 3 years. It did spike here, but it's got a lot of potential to move up. You look here, this is 4.99 cents on a stock that's now currently trading at 1.38 cents. You can pick up a lot of this for dirt cheap, and even small movements. If you have 10,000 shares, that's $100, and if it moves a penny, then you just made another 10,000 pennies. So there is a lot that can move here. I like this one. I think I'm going to pick up some of this myself. Currently, I do not have any exposure to any gold mines, so we'll let you guys do your own research on that and decide how you want to go. All right, that is enough of that. I'm going to swing the camera back around here for you guys. Sorry, this video has run a little bit long, but we had a lot of information to cover in this one. So I'm going to post a link to the report, the investment attractiveness report down in the description below. It's like an 82-page report. It's fascinating if you're really into charts like I am. I'm super into spreadsheets and graphs, and there's a bunch of information on that. You can start checking that out because it's going to give you a lot of information. We didn't even scratch the surface on mines that are in Arizona, which is number 2, right in our backyards here in America. So let me know down in the comments what you guys think about mining stocks. Is it a good investment? Is it a bad investment? Is it one of those things where it kind of blurs that gray area of, if you can't hold it, you don't own it, but when you own the means of production to get to hold it, you're kind of in the same ballpark, I think. But I digress. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think. I'd be very interested to hear what you have to say on this topic. Guys, I do greatly appreciate every single one of you. And if you happen to appreciate old IndyXP Bullion, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button for me right there. It helps me out immensely. If you happen to be new to the independent experience and you want to keep up to date on when all the latest and greatest content comes out, go ahead and consider hitting that subscribe and jingle bell right there in the corner, bing bong, so you can stay notified of when new content comes out. Of course, we're going to pop the box up on this side of the screen. That's going to be the gateway to the back catalog. You can start clicking through those at your heart's content at the end of this video. Guys, I've been Indy XP Bullion from the Independent Experience, and I'm here again to remind you, if the women don't find you handsome, they should at least find your pockets heavy.